I just got the Glowforge Aura and can't wait to share some of the fun things I've created. For a limited time, all Glowforge machines are on sale. Let's go through how to create some one-of-a-kind crafts. Hi, I'm going to go through today how we would design the cover that I did for my book for The Hobbit. Okay, so here's a look at the Glowforge interface. Here, you're going to go here and you're going to go to Create New Design, and you are going to just do a blank design. And then here, right here, this is just actually a viewpoint of what's in your Glowforge at the time. So I like to put either like a piece of white paper down, or this is just a huge piece of wood that hasn't been cut yet. So you have a background you can work with. And right now I've got up here, you can go and you can say what kind of material. They have all these Proofgrade materials that Glowforge themselves puts out so that the machine knows exactly how to calibrate itself to these. And so you just go and you select what it is, or if you can't see them here, because there's a lot more, they have like lots of different colors of acrylic. They have their own version of HTV. You can't use the vinyl that we normally use for book covers, but they make their own vinyl that is able to go into this machine and be cut. So right now we have the medium walnut hardwood. Okay, and so you have a blank thing here. Let's add, we're going to go here and we're going to port an SVG. So we'll just recreate the Hobbit that I did. So first I'm going to go here and find the two files that I used. And so you just go to upload. Okay, so here's the first SGV I used, and both of these I got off of Etsy, and they imported in really easily. So you just download the SVG and then it comes right in. But actually, you know what? Before we put the second one in, I didn't want all of this other stuff, although I think I might if I redo it. I like this, and so I might put this on a different cover if I redo it somewhere else, but they're individual. So first you can go like this, select everything, right click and group, and the whole thing will move together. But if you want to ungroup it, because I just want the title. I don't want Battle of the Five Armies, and I don't want all the dwarves and Bilbo and Gandalf. Okay, so then just click that, delete that, and then I believe these are by letter. So we just slowly go. Actually, nope. There. Okay, now we're going to group that back together so everything stays in one place. Group it. And then you see over here, it says engrave. So you have, we'll just click here. So your options, the Glowforge can do a couple things. It can engrave, which is how I etched the design on, or it can cut, so it cuts out the letters, and that's what I did for this, and then I put the pretty gold HTV under it. And then it can score. Or if you have a lot of things going on and you're just playing with stuff, but you only want to cut maybe like one circle and not everything else that's in your design because you're going to do different parts, you can do ignore. So it will do the other stuff, and you can just have this where it is, but just it will know not to cut it. Okay, so we're going to cut this, and then that's going to be a cut. Okay, now we're going to insert the picture. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, here you can move the size of this. And then if you go over here and you click that, here you can do both. Clicking this is the scale, so you can do where you want it on the axis, or you can do the size of it. And it's just like when we make our other covers. Oh, here we go. Move that over there for just a second. So just like when we make our other covers, you can do your height and your width, and also you can change if you want to work in centimeters, because sometimes that's easier. You can change, I believe here, you'd go in units, you change it to centimeters right there. So, okay. So You can change the size of that, and we'll deal with that in just a minute. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is group it all together so it just moves easily as one thing. Okay, so you'll see that it came with an engrave file and a cut file. So I don't want to have any cuts on this. I just want it to be engraved onto the wood or the leather or acrylic, whatever material you want. I'm actually going to even try book cloth at some point, but we shall see. Okay, so we go to cut and we just go over here to ignore. And so all it's going to do is do the engraving then. And so now we have our two things on here on our design board, basically. So this is the full cutting area that the aura has for a single job. However, we don't need this much. We just need the book cover size. So what you do is that you go over here to insert shape, insert a square, and then we come over here to scale. And so here you can unlock it and you can put in your exact sizes, and I measure normally in if you can come over and if you measure in centimeters, you can just come and change it over to centimeters as opposed to inches. But we'll keep it in inches, and we'll just this isn't one that we're making because I already made mine, but let's just pretend it's 5 by 8 because some of my covers are sort of about that size. 5 by 8. Okay, and then right now it's exactly a rectangle, so it's going to cut with pointy edges. But if you don't want pointy edges, you want them like a little bit round, then you can come over here to round the corners. And I've just been experimenting with this. I think I tried 0.2 and see how it just sort of rounded it. So you can do whatever you want. If that's a little too much for you, you could do maybe 0.1. So there, it's like it's sort of round, but not like crazy. Okay, so we'll place this first. So this is going to be, let's just move you out of the way. We'll start with this. Okay, so we'll put this here in the middle just to see. And then we're going to bring you over, move it down in size. Oh, here, I'm going to undo that because right now I don't think this one right now it's also unlocked. So I'm going to lock it so that it moves like that. Put it there. Put those position. Middles. Okay. So I was already okay. Click on this and then press the down arrow. And we'll just move it back down. Okay. Now let's bring the Hobbit over. And then see that line that shows us that we're in the middle. See the greens are going to be cut. So we'll just double check. Hobbit is going to be cut. This is ignored because that's, if you see that, that's all the things that we're going to be cut. But we don't want that. Then this will be engraved. And then this will be cut. So we'll cut around. It will engrave this. And it will cut the Hobbit out. And that's basically how I designed my book cover. And then also, if you wanted to add your own text, they have text here that you can add. They have a ton of different fonts to choose from. Then you can do italic, bold, etc. Close that, align them, style, wrap them, all of that. But we just imported that. But if you're gonna, just put a little sign, because I made some silly little like door hanging sign, and if you want to make your own bookmarks or a little plaque, or if you're doing a photo and you want to put like your dog or your cat's name or whatever, then you can just add the text here. And see, when we added text over here, it adds a new box, and then you can go here if you want it to be engraved or cut or scored or ignored. Okay, we'll just delete that. And then you would just go up here and you'd press print. So it's really straightforward. And then also another thing to know is that the Glowforge, they have, if you have their premium subscription, they have a lot of designs uploaded that you can do. They have, and I mean, the possibilities are endless. Look at these cool things that you can make. This is crazy cool. And so all of these, you can buy them for one-time use, or if you see this, free. If you have their premium subscription, you can, they're all free to use. And I've used a couple of them so far. So you can make cards. But I mean, look at that. That's so neat. There's tons of fun different things that you can do with these. And they don't just cut wood, they cut acrylic tulle. You can make, I mean, the possibilities are endless. So I think it's a really neat machine. Yeah. And I'm going to be playing around with it some more. Okay, so here's how I made the I'm reading sign. So I went into the designs that are available in the Glowforge community when you go to shop and you go to design catalog. And I looked for just door hangers just because that way I didn't have to import my own one in here. So it just already had this. And then you just go here. Then you ungroup. So then I just took out all the words. And then you just have a clear door hanger. And then you can just add your own text. And you can do whatever font you want. That's a cute one for kids. And then see that little green line that appears when it's centered? Then, so for text, each line is a new box, because if I take this and I try to go like, I press return, nothing happens. So it, unlike some of the other programs you may have used, each line is its own box. You need to come up here and get that insert text, and then what was this? A sale. And then you could add maybe like a little book there. And then you're done. And then so you go over here, you again put in your material. Let's just say it's that. And then okay, so reading, you want engraved. I'm engraved. Shh, engraved. And then you want the door cut. Then you would just go over, my Glowforge is unplugged right now. You'd press print and then it would print. So that was super fast. Okay. And then if you want to print a photo, okay, so if you want to do a photo, It's recommended that you take the photo and you turn it into black and white and sort of increase the contrast and stuff before you bring it in here. But they also, if you see over here, this is my friend's dog. I don't have a dog. Go over here to adjust artwork if you want. There's my friend's dog. And you can play with this. Depending on how you want it to print. And so I just played with that. And so that's going to be set to engrave. And then I just added a box around it. We can just select both of those, go over here to align, center, then maybe let's make it a little bit taller. Ooh, that did both of them. Oops, because they were undo. There we go. Okay, so just click on the box. Okay, just the box. Just make the box bigger. Oh, it was locked. Okay, whatever. Here. Okay. Move the dog up. And then for the box, let's round the corners a little bit, because that looks nice. And then you can add your text. You just, oops, it was almost in the middle. There. And so you'll have the name engraved, the picture engraved, and then this cut out. And it will just cut out a photo of the dog, or whatever picture you want. It's really neat. It's a great present. I think it's going to be a great present. Most of my friends have animals, and so I'm definitely going to do this for all of them, for their dogs, for Christmas. Okay. Let's see, what else did we make? And you could even make your own puzzle. It's that. So you could cut your own puzzle, but you could also put a photo over it, and that could be a really fun present for a little kid. I mean, it's obviously a simple puzzle, but for a kid, this could be a really fun thing. You could either put a photo on top of it so it could engrave, be a photo puzzle, or you could put their name on top of it. In like a fun kid font. And they could have a puzzle with their name on it. So super fun. Lots of different things you can make.